Hold on, 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 man. Just hold on, bro. Hold on. All right? Hold the front door. All right? I know what all of you are going to say. I know what all the little James Harden stands are going to say, that we're so mad at me for 3 days for slandering this guy. Okay? Before I praise him, which I'm going to do, obviously, because the guy had a 40-plus point game and a game winner, a game-saving floater, too, before that. I don't just call things out when they're bad. I call it like it is. So get with the program. But before you come at me and say, you owe James Harden an apology, well, number one, we had every right to be upset at the fact that he was 5 for 28 in the last 2 games. I don't know what the hell he was doing the night before, partying until 8 in the morning or whatever. Everybody that was on James Harden's ass, pause, had every right to be there. All right? Number two, you owe me a thank you. Because every single player I talk trash about goes out and plays great. I don't know what it is. Maybe somebody sends them the video and says, look at this stupid, dumbass nobody in his attic in Hershey, PA talking trash about you, and it lights some kind of fire under him. I don't know. But you need to thank me. Because for some reason, when I bully NBA players, they go out and they play good. Okay? That's what I want to say. But I will say this. You guys were right. You guys today in the show, they were telling me, what are you going to do when James drops 40 tonight and wins a game? And I was like, that ain't happening. There's no way that's happening. He only did that in game 1 because he had 14 days rest. I was convinced. But he's the one that convinced me. And he came out tonight. He's got the shooting victim that he gave the jersey to and all that stuff, that he gives him his shoes after the game. The kid's sitting under the basket. He's got that positive energy going for him. You know, his boyfriend, little baby's sitting in the front row with his jersey on, clapping and cheering for him. You know what I mean? He's got that positive energy going. So, he did what he had to do. He did things to bring positive energy. He was in a good mindset, and it looked like he wasn't in the strip club until 8 in the morning. He ate a damn salad and went to bed last night. So, James Harden, thank you. Amazing performance from start to finish. Absolutely amazing performance. I said today on the show, this is a James Harden legacy game. He can either prove that he can still contribute and help a team win a playoff series at his age right now, or he can prove that he's on his way out in the NBA. This was a legacy-defining game for him, and he stepped up, and he had one of his best playoff games ever. He now has 2 of his best playoff games ever in the series. He has 2 of his worst playoff games ever, too. Don't forget that. But he does have 2 of his best playoff games ever in the series. And for him to hit that corner 3 to win the damn game in overtime, just absolutely, absolutely amazing. Thank you. You were amazing. Stop! Every time I try to make a damn video, you start scratching your ass. Just don't scratch your ass for another 5 minutes, please. He was amazing. Thank you, James. We need a couple more of these games. But to make you guys happy, I apologize for not believing that you had the ability to do this in this game. That's exactly, I was wrong. I was wrong thinking that James Harden did not have the ability to do this in this game. At this stage of his career, what he looked like the last 2 games, I, along with a lot of people, probably most of Philadelphia, did not think he was going to do this in this game. He did it. He shut me up. He shut all the other haters up. And now we're going to be quiet until the next game, and we'll see what it looks like. But I need whatever you did before this game, whatever you did last night, James, I need you to do that. I need you to continue to do that, okay? Somebody left a comment in the playback stream that said, because I was like, how is this guy so good and so bad? How does he have 2 amazing performances and 2 terrible performances? How does he have 2 of the best performances and 2 of the worst performances in the same playoff series? That's got to be a record. And somebody commented in the playback chat and they said, James Harden has a clone who's not good at basketball. And when he wants to take time off and hit up some clubs for a couple of days, the clone plays in his place. That's what it seems like. Sorry, my window's open. This is not a good video, not a quality video at all. That's what it looks like. It looks like James has a clone. And he had a 45-point game, and then he said, listen, I want to party for a week, all right? So put my clone in there. And the clone went in there and was terrible for 2 games. And then James comes back. That's the only thing that makes sense. That's the only thing that makes sense. Now I want to say this. Joel Embiid is healthy. So with Joel Embiid and James Harden, it's 2 things. You're either getting healthy Embiid or not healthy Embiid. And you're either getting well-rested James Harden or you're getting hungover James Harden. If we can get healthy Embiid and well-rested James Harden, we have 2 major weapons to try to take out this Boston Celtics team in this 7-game series. What I saw tonight was, for the first time in a long time, healthy Joel Embiid and well-rested James Harden. And that's what we need the rest of this series if we want to have a chance. Now I want to say this. Marcus Smart, you flopping little bitch. This guy got free throws with under a minute left in a close playoff game by flopping at the top of the key. Then he takes a terrible charge on Joel Embiid. They call it a charge, they review it. Embiid's going to the side. Smart is jumping backwards. That is not enough contact from the offensive player to the defensive player for that to be called a charge. He's jumping backwards, and they rewarded him, and they gave him the call after the review. Marcus Smart is one of the players that's what's wrong with this game. And the NBA needs to work on taking this out of the game. And if you got referees that are reviewing the play and in super slow motion, they're still rewarding him for flopping, we have a problem. Other than that, Tyrese Maxey is still being passive. He had a bucket in overtime. The first bucket in overtime, I believe, that was a nice drive to the rim. But he still just looks like he's overthinking things and he's in his own head. The playoff, the pressure, the bright lights. I just think it gets to him. He's just not seasoned enough, which is why we need James and Joel. You can't rely on Tyrese Maxey. I said, if you're relying on a 22-year-old in his 3rd NBA season to lead you to the NBA Finals, that's like me falling asleep driving and asking my 8-year-old son in the back to drive the car. It's not going to happen. He's not ready yet. The Sixers blew a 17-point lead. Can't believe they did that. But I will say, they fought and fought and fought. I try to make a YouTube video. My dog's scratching her ass. There's a freaking ambulance out my window. Like, why? Anyway, this is mainly a James Harden apology video. I didn't believe you were going to do that. Thank you for proving me wrong. I'm happy you proved me wrong. I'm happy the Sixers won. Can you have an emergency some other time, please? Amazing game, James Harden. Shout out to James for bringing the shooting victim to the game and all the stuff that he did. Gives him his shoes after the game. And honestly, that's some kind of bigger than us type of moment. When you got something like that and just that energy, you kind of knew, it was going to spark him. And even James said that after the game, that it gave him a different level of energy, a different level of positivity. And he said he's going to be at every game moving forward. So, bring Johan. What's his name? Johans? I'm sorry, I get his name wrong. That's disrespectful. I'll be by whatever his name is. I want to see him sitting under the rim at every single game from here on out. He's the new 6th man. That shooting victim that was in the wheelchair, he's the new 6th man. Take Allen Horowitz's jersey. Get him out of here. That's the new 6th man. I want him under the basket every game. Tobias Harris is still a fraud. Tyrese Maxey's still scared in the playoffs. PJ Tucker's a dog. There was a specific play where Joel Embiid passed the ball to Tobias Harris twice in a crucial possession. And PJ fought for the offensive rebound, tipped it off, and Jaylen Brown's out of bounds. And PJ was in Joel Embiid's ear, screaming at him, "Why are you passing the ball?" Read his lips. That's what he was saying. Why are you passing the ball? You go get a bucket, Joe. Now, to be fair, Al Horford was having a great defensive effort on Joel Embiid in the fourth quarter. Joel was getting his ass kicked by Al Horford in that fourth quarter. And I know the Harden stands, "Oh, why don't you ever slander Embiid?" I call it like it is. Joel was getting his ass kicked by Al Horford in that fourth quarter. And Al Horford still has it. He's statistically the best defender in Joel Embiid's career. He's the Embiid stopper. Embiid's been cooking him this series so far since he came back. Horford had a great defensive effort on him in the fourth quarter. Joel still found a way, late in the fourth, winded because Doc had to bring him back in 9 minutes. With 9 minutes left, he usually doesn't play the last 9 minutes of the game. He still found a way to hit a turnaround fadeaway shot over double coverage in crunch time. So all I want to say is this. We got an amazing performance overall from Joel Embiid, and he's healthy now. We got an amazing performance from start to finish. Well, he struggled a little bit in the third quarter, but he came alive in the fourth again from James Harden and overtime. A game-saving floater, and then a game-winning three in the corner. Joel's healthy. James Harden is well-rested. That's the formula to take out this Boston Celtics team in a 7-game series. Now, I still don't have a great feeling. Atlanta did this to Boston. Atlanta stole 2 games. We'll see what happens in Game 5. But they won after blowing a 17-point lead. And every single person that was in the stream saying Harden's going to have a 40-point game and he's going to win this game and he's going to shut you up. He absolutely did that, and I could not be happier about it. Go Sixers.